First, I'm really grateful to Sister Jayanti Chauhan for inviting me for this occasion. She insisted that I should participate, and it's such a joy when Swamiji was speaking to us, addressing us, that one characteristic, one signature of Dr. T.D. Singh, whom we, Damodar Swami, we call Sripad Maharaj, has been that his wonderful smile. We have seen the picture behind, and that is I think, the message of the synthesis of science and spirituality. We see when we talk of spirituality and we talk of philosophy, suddenly the seriousness envelops us. Same thing with scientists. Scientists, we have become too serious. I think the purpose of knowledge is to bring joy. Bring joy not only to ourselves, but everybody around ourselves. I think that, as Swamiji pointed out, always he was full of joy. His very presence, though I had not met Swamiji, Swami Sripa, Swami Maharaj in person, but he always was in my consciousness. Whenever I think the thought of science and spirituality in one breath came together, I think that thought brought his image before us. And he's an exemplar for me for that. I think the message that he carried, I think very well articulated in Bhagavad Gita also, this one. Jnanam savijnanam, jnanam savijnanam. That is I think the word which inspires, which brings a very freshness to the pursuit of knowledge. Science together with spirituality. And he kept on arguing one mission, one conference, I think not one conference, one thought process which articulated everywhere. And he met some of the most distinguished scientists of the world, not only from India, but so many Nobel laureates, so many great people, so many the presidents and leaders of the nations. And single thought he articulated was, or he mesmerized, that was the science and spirituality. Jnanam savijnanam. I think that is the message he carried for all of us and for the younger generation too. In chapter 7 of Bhagavad Gita, I think this was very well articulated, told to us by none other than Sri Krishna himself, that when we talk about Dhyanam Savijnanam, now I'm going to tell you that knowledge, both spiritual knowledge and scientific knowledge. I think one way I'm just, in my own words, I'm expressing knowing them together, nothing remains to be known. I think that is the message which we must understand. Scientists think that that is the only way to pursue, I think, to get the knowledge of this reality. But what Sri Krishna tells us, that without spirituality, we must pursue this together. And then only we get complete knowledge. As you know, half knowledge is dangerous. And that's what has happened to the world so far, because in spite of so many scientific advances which were created, from from the ancient times to the modern times, 5 centuries back, and a series of some of the greatest minds, including Einstein, being involved in the whole process, we have not been able to create a happy world. One of the fundamental reasons for that is that we have separated scientific pursuit from the spiritual pursuits. Spirituality, we are talking, knowing ourselves. We want to know this discipline, I want to know physics, chemistry, quantum mechanics. I don't want to know so many things, but I'm not taught how to know myself. So this is very important. We must begin from knowing our own self, and self cannot be known unless, I think, that highest knowledge is obtained from great teacher. So we require us. So Prabhupada Swami really offered that knowledge to us, Bhagavad Gita as it is. I think that, and he spread that knowledge. I also like the thing that the creation is called Bhakti Vedanta Institute. Now, Vedanta is philosophy, the highest of philosophy India has ever offered. Vedanta is philosophy of that kind. But Vedanta is not, I think, with a very long face to be obtained. Or Vedanta is for joy. So, but that joy cannot be obtained without bhakti. I think that is important. We must all realize that we must be immersed in bhakti. We must in love. We must love with this world, I think, and offer that. So Vedanta, this is the knowledge-based bhakti. I think that is what Saint Dhaneshwara, I think, preached. I think, as we see in Maharashtra, and of course we know, most of you know Saint Dhaneshwara. This one, that this knowledge divine, it must be immersed in bhakti. Otherwise, there is no joy. There is no happiness in that pursuit of knowledge, and that's why I see that so many people are so unhappy. With great knowledge, great philosophers. So I think this path, which is shown to us by Damodar Swami or Srilas Sripad Maharaj, is a very, I think, he was a torch bearer in that context. And if at all India, or I think the Bharatvarsha can offer from us, from this country, is this path, that is the complete knowledge of science and spirituality together. For that, I think he made so many Nobel laureates. He traveled all over the world. He organized conferences which were never organized before in that dimension, as Professor P.B. Sharma said to her. He participated. I'm very happy that Professor P.B. Sharma is here, and he was narrating his experience. And there are many people, I think, and more importantly, I feel that I must thank many times Anand Seshadas called me to Kolkata, called me to IIT Kharagpur, called me to many places which I could not visit in person. But I think we can always participate in this kind of, in a virtual way. Now this COVID has taught us to really come together in a virtual manner, and this virtual manner is as real as the physical experience also. I must say that kind of thing, because Shankaracharya talked about three realities: the physical reality, as we often as we generally experience in practical life, pragmatic life, but there is also a reality of what is called virtual, what we call today virtual reality, or what we experience in dream. I think that is also real. There's Pratibhasik Satta, and also there is, of course, the spiritual reality, the ultimate reality. So all these three worlds we live together, and this is what we are experiencing today. And this is a experience we can experience it together. It's not that they are independently. We can experience them together. Shankaracharya has said his bhashya on this particular things, and which I think today's science is making possible. We are able to meet 100 people at Congress to get together to celebrate the 83rd Vyas Puja Mahotsav. Then one day I will be there in the where Swamiji was born. I think I will request Dr. Jayanti to take me somewhere, or Swami Ananta Sheshdas, who has been always inviting me. And his books have been, I have not made him physical, but I have felt him through his books and through his words. So many things, and the magazine that will show new direction. I think that will show, it's one of the most important, one of the, I think, illuminating magazine. I've been always looking forward, and also the series, the conference of proceedings, which came in the form of that. Lastly, I would say, what I'm very happy is about that now we are involving younger generation. The students from IIT Kharagpur, students from IIT Kanpur, students from IITs, students from the institution, and in this virtual way, we can connect to so many students and bring these thoughts before them. And I think the world is waiting for that. I think science alone cannot fulfill. Science, as we understand today, actually they are one. Science and spirituality are one. They're just the two facets of the same reality as we are trying to experience. That's what I've been trying to understand. They are actually one. It depends upon our consciousness, depends on how we want to view it, and it will appear like that. I think this is like particle and wave nature of the reality, which we study in physics. So this new illumination of knowledge will inspire us, and I'm very happy that we are celebrating Vyas Puja with so many younger generation. Swamiji is participating, Swamiji is guiding this one, and tomorrow you will be performing this puja from all over the world. And because Swamiji Sripad Maharaj has left a legacy of devotees with him, and he will continue to inspire, and so is the new world. I'm really inspired by him. I remember him whenever these two words come together, science and spirituality. For me now, I think the reality is that they are one, and it really depends on our consciousness. The next frontier is consciousness, which we are trying to unfold now. But the guiding light for that thing, that pursuit will be the words of, will be the articulations of, will the life of, I think, Damodar Swami Maharaj, or Sripad Maharaj, as you lovingly call him. So as we lovingly call him. So thank you, Jayanti, for calling me. Thank you, I think, Ananta Shesh Das, every time reminding me and offering me all the books, all the literature you have left with me, and which we are making now part of the university curriculum, part of the university. University, this is what we must teach. This is what India can offer to the world. I feel, or to the world, to itself and to the world. And our new universities, we have announced the new policy, educational policy. I think the foundation of this has to be this synthesis, which will show new light to the new generation. Thank you so much for calling me. And last message, we must learn to smile like Swamiji, Sripad Maharaj. In any occasion, knowledge must not be dry. I think what we say that philosophy need not be dry faces or something like which you get bringing. I think, but it must bring joy. Madhurya, bhakti. Bhakti must be there. Without bhakti, without love, the world is not looking for more knowledge. There is Google, there is somewhere. People are looking for love. And that's what I think Swamiji must have realized. And this is not possible without bringing these two aspects together. Thank you very much for inviting me and allowing me to share. I'm very happy to see Professor P.V. Sharma was here. He has been associated for a much longer time than I have been associated with him. And let that be a joyful experience. And also the celebration tomorrow must be a great joyful celebration. And scientists must learn to smile and share their joy with everybody, their students. Thank you.